Your question, we'll do all we can. We always go out, we go to schools, we do what we, well obviously coming to the Hisham. Yeah, well, what can I do? I can't, although I'd like to go and stand on the road and me and Ken and get a few hundred headlocks and drag them, and we can't do it, can we? So all we've got to do is make sure that we keep going about our business in the right way. I like to think that the match day experience has been a little bit, well, I get that feeling now with what we did, making it a little bit more like home, stamping our own authority on it. You people who come, we've had some decent games, obviously we've had some not so decent games, but I get the feeling people are starting now to really, find this place as a home. Where last season, it was, for me, it was a little bit of a shell, it was no personality. It was just, if you walked in the players' entrance and come down the corridor, you wouldn't know what football club you were at. It was just bare walls, which is going to happen at a new stadium. So it was important that we did bits and pieces, obviously in here with all the stuff that's gone on. All little bits and pieces, and we're always saying about little 1% here and there, they make the difference. Painting the barriers, people go, oh, don't be stupid, it's a barrier at the end of the day. No, if it's your club's colours, get them painted, and people will be happier to lean on a red barrier than a crappy old grey one, so it's important that you do every little bit like that to make sure that it is a better place and to come. Again, I understand people's frustrations and know that's out of my hands. If it was up to me, I'd let you all in for free, but it can't be done, can it? And I'll buy you a pie and a pint as well, but it can't be done. So, as we've said before, me and Ken don't mind, we'll work till 8:30 every night, as long as we make it successful, because I'm under no illusion that you might only get one shot at it. It doesn't bother me, and I can honestly say that I don't think there'll be another manager around the country that'll work as hard as me for this football club, because I've already got that connection in, and I want what's right for you, and I want to make sure, can we get a fan base like we had against Sheffield Wednesday, Preston, every week? It's brilliant, it's absolutely brilliant. So that's what I want. How we go about it, I think it's important, not just myself, Kenny, the commercial side, the directors. I think it's important that everyone connected with the club, fans included, do what they can to drag a mate along. Janet Preston does a great job with the community, giving the tickets out, trying to get more and more people in. So we'll keep trying to do what we can do. It's not physically possible to drag them in, but we will keep going about it in the right way and keep believing in what we're doing, and hopefully we'll get more and more. And it goes hand in hand. If you get a good side that's doing well, hopefully they'll keep coming back and enjoying it.
Well, obviously in the present economic climate, it's difficult for people to pay to go to football, because it's not just paying in to watch the match. It's obviously, you've got kids with you, it's buying them something to eat, and yourself having a drink and everything. So it is difficult. It's difficult for every club around the country. I think attendance is right the way around the country a little bit down. But as Jim says, we want to try and make it as exciting as we can when people do come. And we're not going to win every game. We're not Man United, we're not Man City. We're not going to play like Real Madrid every week, or individuals aren't going to be like Wayne Rooney. But if we go out and try and win games and make the games here exciting, then I think we will get more people through when they can afford to come. I mean, there was one game here where we got beat. I'm not too sure which game it was, and we were applauded off the pitch. Bristol Rovers, I think it was, because everybody enjoyed the game of football. Everybody realised how much effort that we put into trying to win the game, and although we lost it, there was a lot of appreciation for both sides. And as I say, we came off to a round of applause, and the lads were, they were all disappointed, and we said, yeah, we're disappointed, but don't be too low. You know what I mean? You've just been clapped off the pitch. Everybody realises that you're working hard. And as long as we keep doing that, and as long as people come and see that there's a lot of hard work going into it, when they can afford it, I do think they'll come back. Okay, Dave.
Cheers, Ken. Yeah.
Okay. Cost him a pint.
The back there.
You mentioned earlier before that you're struggling for your training facilities. Do you know that get the full have any plans in place to provide you with some training facilities that would help this club go forward?
The chairman and the board have been looking since I've been here. You know, things crop up and then they die away. Obviously, building this facility would have been ideal if we could have got a little bit more land and put one on the side here. But I don't know the ins and outs. But I thought last season, and you know, we say last season, for instance, going to Preston. You know, Morecambe for me should be based in Morecambe. Training Morecambe. Mingle with the community, you know, it's great when people come down and we think we've got it going well, but at the end of the day, if it's going to make your training suffer, we've got to look at different alternatives. Now, we've spent a couple of days driving around, Rod Taylor has with Chesh and John, the ground staff, you know, Trimble, Morecambe High, Middleton, Lancaster Uni, wherever it may be, they've tried it all, but you know, we keep coming to a dead end. So we thought we had a decent area at Morecambe High. It's ideal, you can get, you know, 2 pitches and bits and pieces, but it'd be alright for pre-season up till October, and then when the rain starts coming, you're knackered, aren't you? So, you know, it's the drainage problems or whatever, so it's going to cost X amount of money to sort out. And then obviously the problem you've got, I mean, we were quite fortunate because I'm talking about planning. We had to go down there to set up before the lads go to clear the dog muck off. The council would go on and cut it, but obviously the fella and the tractor's not going to get out and move every can and bottle and whatever. So we're picking bags load. You know, Friday, Saturday, kids go on there, drink the ale, do what they do. Then the tractor comes along, cuts it all. So you've got thousands of little pieces of metal and things like that. We even had half a fork stuck in the ground. You know, right by where we were doing a bit of training, and we're thinking it only takes one player to slip on that, cut his leg open, and everyone's going to go, whoa, I'm not training on that. So that's the problem, and we keep saying this to the board, but their hands aside, our hands aside, we've just got to make the most of it and get on with it. We're not blessed, we're not, you know, we played down south somewhere, Dagenham was it? Yeah, we played Dagenham, but we trained at Barnet, and Barnet's training ground's about 12 million quid. You know, and they've got about 10 pitches, big facilities, gyms, the lot, you know, the pool, they're building another stadium at the back. It makes it a little bit envious, but I'd rather be where we are than where they are. You know, we feel we're a club on the move, they're not. So we can't have everything. We have got a nice stadium, we've got good people, you know, we like to think that we're going about our job in the right way. But if you don't get a training ground, we're just going to have to make do and get on with it. You know, it's unfortunate, it has limited us to certain bits and pieces that we can do. You know, if you want to plan a session to do it, you can't carry it out because you get up here, it's been lashing down overnight, Morecambe High's knackered, you can't get on the 4G. Some of the lads rebel against the 3G. The academy are on the grass pitches at Morecambe and Lancaster College. So, you know, what you do, we just got to do what we've got to do to make sure it's enjoyable and it keeps all the lads' morale high and they stay positive. It's, as I said before to Neil, it's the toughest thing for us. You know, we don't want no negativity whatsoever around the football club, and it's important that we get the lads to enjoy coming in, enjoy the training, and the banter's good. But it only takes one bad bit of negativity, i.e., you know, broken plastic and metals on the training pitch, one slide tackle, one cut, and the lads will totally go against it all. So it's tough, but we'll keep working in the right direction. I'm sure the board are doing all they can to look for the future, because it's all about building for the future. But for me, although this is a lovely stadium and what have you, and the hospitality and this, and you know, the main thing for me and Kenny and the backroom staff is a training ground, because that's where all your work's done throughout the week, and then you play on a Saturday. Now Christie Park has fallen to pieces, great place, loved it a bit, but it was important that we move with the times. We have come here, we've got a great stadium, but the main thing is the training ground. Hopefully one of you will win the Euro lottery and we can buy Lancaster or something, and we'll build a big multi-million-pound place there. And, you know, we'll go on onwards and upwards. But for the means, you know, that's what Kenny talks about: short, medium, and long-term targets and aims. You know, in the future, we do all we can. I'm sure the board are doing all they can to give us something. And really, you know, you get your training facility right, it's only going to enhance everything that happens on here on a Saturday afternoon.
The next three. We've got Tom at the back, colleague just at the end of the table with you, Tom, there.
Yeah.
Then we've got Paul, and then we're coming back over to the bar again. Okay, so that's the next list of people. So,
Yeah.
Tom, you're first up, mate.
Aye, thanks, Jim, you mentioned aims, and it's one of the things which obviously concerns a lot of us, is that in the paper you're quoted as 50 points and that's it. Is it then we've progressed from there, or is there, obviously, we've near on played everybody after Christmas, and then the running, obviously, is the one which is the hardest. But how do you see us doing, you know, after Christmas then?
I always say we move from game to game. Don't look too far ahead. The most important game is the next one. It is important that we do reassess. You know, we do have ongoing meetings. We're fortunate we've got a lovely room upstairs in hospitality where we can take the lads. But you know, to have these meetings and iron out one or two bits and pieces that we need to do. When we come into the job, third favourites to go down. 4th or 5th from bottom last year, you know, poor season. It's important that we improve on that. That's one aim. It's important that we get to, it was 47 went down last year, but the magical point is 50 points. Now, it's not a case of getting to 50 points and then going, that'll do us safe, let's go home. You know, we want success, but you can't get to where you want to be without getting to your first aim. You know, we've got to get to 50 points as quick as we can. Once we hit that 50 mark, we have had meetings along the way. You know what we need to do in last seasons and improvements and things like this, and goals scored, goals conceded, penalties, shot stops, shots on target, everything. We do the whole lot, and we are, like Kenny said before, we're well on target to where we want to be. Now we've got to get to the 50-point mark. Once we get to the 50-point mark, then we can reassess everything. We can say, hang on, we've got X amount of games, home, away, we're playing this team, that team. You know, we've got a good chance. Where do we feel we'll finish? You know, it'd be great if we can stay where we are now. But football being football, it's not always like that. But we are ambitious. We want success. But it's vitally important that we get to the magical 50 points mark sooner rather than later.
Will you get any money and any resources to improve if you need players
then? Again, you asked the question. Like Kenny said, in the way it is at the moment with the you know, money being tight, it's right across the board, you know, fans, businesses, what have you. So it's got to be right for us. You know, we've got to make sure that we don't just bring anyone in. You know, I'm not going to go out and say, oh, you know, so and so is available, let's get him, without meeting him, seeing him play, seeing what his fitness levels are like, see what game time he's played. It's got to be important that someone we bring in is better than what we've got. And if you do bring a lone player in, that, you know, he's going to go into the first team and improve us. So with the club backers, I'm sure, you know, it's a discussion that we'd have to have, you know, maybe in January if we need to improve. But we're always looking to improve. We're always assessing players. We're always assessing players at a higher level. Non-league players, we've been, you know, we meant to watch one this week, but we couldn't get there or couldn't get a ticket. But there's one or two bits and pieces that we think will improve us. Targets that we want to bring in. And we'll keep doing what we can to progress and improve. But with regards to money, again, that's a board's decision. You know, but I'm not. You know, it doesn't bother me going to ask. If I can get it, we'll get it, and we'll do what we can. If I can't get it, it's like the training ground. We'll get on with it. We'll get on with what we've got. You know, and that's the way it is. But what we have got at the minute is a decent group. It's a smaller squad than last year. Great togetherness, great team spirit. It's not just the players; it's everyone, all the staff together. And we're all pulling in the right direction, so hopefully that squad of players will take us to where we want to be. And if the need become along the way to either offload one or two or bring one or two in, if it improves us, we'll do it.